Get ready with me to play Lydia in Beetlejuice the Musical on the Norwegian Viva Late Night Cruise Show Edition. So this day we were in Cape Verde, which is in Africa, so we went to go see the ship pull out of the dock, which is always so cool. And my dad was on board for the crossing, so we went to the Italian specialty restaurant on board, and it was delicious. And then I did my own physical and vocal warm-up in my room, but I didn't film that. So here's me filling up my water bottle once I got to the theater. And then I headed back to the girls' dressing room to start on my pin curls. I have so much hair, so this takes forever, so here's a time lapse. And then I put on my first wig cap, and then here's Gabby and Fran and I being silly. And then I went to the physical warm-up, which usually we do all together on the stage, but there was another show happening since it was a late show, so we did it backstage. Then here's me putting my mics on my wig cap. I have two mics, all the principals do, just a main and a backup, just in case something happens. And I pin that into my first wig cap before putting another wig cap over top to hold it all in place. And then I already had mascara and eyeliner on just from dinner, so I put on some eyeshadow and I did my under eye makeup and blush, which is a time lapse here. And then it was time to head to the stage for a lift call, for a beautiful sound, and for what I know now. And then it was time for sound check, and there's Hayden doing a bunch of turns. So we always do Jump in the Line and Part of Fright of Our Lives as sound check, which is always really fun, and it's a good way to tell how warm I am. And then at about half hour call, Destiny puts on my wig. Oh, I love this Lydia wig. And then I nebulized. It was a really late show, so I really needed to. And then at 15 till, we do a line check just to make sure all our mics are good. And then I put on my costume at about 10 till. This is my mourner costume for the top of the show. There's Georgie being silly. And then at 5 till, Destiny puts on my hat before I grab my umbrella and my rose. And since this was the cruise show, we were all jazzed, so we took a picture before. And then after prologue, my wonderful dresser Tin takes out my hat and switches me into the Lydia signature dress. And then I watch Ready, Set, Not Yet on the monitor. So good. And that was my last break of the show, so I don't have any more footage from during the show. But I change into this yellow dinner party dress, and then we do beautiful sound, go into the netherworld, and then I change into Big Red for the end of the show, and then it's time for bows. After an hour and 45 minutes, the show is so much fun. And since this was the cruise show, Tom gave a really nice speech at the end, just thanking everybody for coming to see us so late after they were working. It really meant a lot to us. And then all of the people who normally don't get to bow, who work backstage, got to take a bow, which was awesome. And then about 1 a.m. we were done, so I took out my pin curls, and it was time to go to bed. Thanks for following along.